Wax.
What you talking about now? It's crazy. What's wrong? Really don't care about life.
Hey guys, welcome back after I don't know how many weeks of us not recording. We are back with Whatever She Says. I'm your host, Carla.
And this your boy Wax, the guy who's terrified right now, but I'll let y'all know throughout the show why I am.
All right, he is being a wuss and not listening to the CDC tell him what's up.
If you listen to the CDC, that's what you get. It's your fault.
I know. Before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that we still have our Who's Wax gummies for sale. I'm on it right now. Actually, why did I leave the open one? I wanted to eat the other half while we were recording to see how it would progress throughout the episode. You want to go get it for me?
I know. We got plenty in here. You're going to eventually open that one up anyway. That's what you do.
So I should just open it, right?
Gummies and wine. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have gummies and wine in your house, fellas, you're going to have a talkative...
All right, moving right along. Basically, go to whoswax.com.
Okay.
Order your gummies. They are $15 a pack, but you can use the code WSS for Whatever She Says, WSS, and you get 10% off. Or if you already had them and you like them, love them like I do. Can you open this for me?
Yes.
You can do the membership. So it's 10 packs every single month, and you get free shipping.
I'm down for that. I'm like a bulk person.
We just shipped out today. I think it was 4 new memberships, new subscriptions. So shout out to those of you guys that have subscribed for them. They're in the mail today.
Coming to y'all.
So WSS is the code to use.
I wonder if they taking it for all for their stuff, or they got people that come over hey, let me get one gun. Do you get your neighbor some?
I know some people that actually they give some to some people, not all of them. They share
co-workers, because this is a great gift. Every time I give this to somebody, they yo, thank you, I appreciate it. My mother-in-law is coming over, or my boyfriend, we going through something, or my girlfriend, she talks too much. It's always. Well,
I have an even better one. This guy sent us an email, and I posted it on social media, but I wanted to talk about it here on the show.
What did he say?
I'm going to keep him anonymous because I don't think he wants this information out there. What's his name? It says, we got this email. I don't know where. It says, "What up, Wax? Hey, Carla." And it starts with, "Bruh. Those Who's Wax gummies hit different. A player fucked up and didn't use a rubber on my ex. And she was so lit, she was with the shits too. A couple weeks go by, and now she's knocked up. I paid half for that abortion so swiftly, even though I'm pro-life. Moral of the story, you guys were right last week. The least y'all can do is put a warning label saying caution, signs of fertility."
Yes.
And then he said maybe some free Who's Wax gummies for me because he has to re-up. And then he also said that maybe we should send a condom with each bag of gummies.
It definitely make the woman feel good, make you feel like you should be touched.
Right.
You know
So can I eat one more now so you can touch me?
Fine. Hey.
You're not gonna touch me? So a quick update.
I don't have a choice.
Your girl got COVID.
She got COVID, and she wanted me to touch her. She wanted me to be this close to her. So this smoke barrier, I heard, with the Who's Wax herbies that I have, you know what I'm saying? You picked up in all the dispensaries in LA. Oakland, Cookies Oakland just now grabbed it again today. Appreciate y'all.
How would it get there from talking about COVID?
I'm just telling you because right now the smoke barrier, the Who's Wax smoke barrier right now I have because of the COVID that you had.
He just had COVID 5 weeks ago, so he has antibodies. He's not going to get sick. He's perfectly fine.
Listening to the CDC.
The shit hit me. I really don't know. I got exposed within 2 days by a million different people, apparently. But I felt fine. And then all of a sudden it was just one night. I felt maybe a little throat scratchy or I don't know. It wasn't nothing serious. It was maybe just it's cold outside type of thing. And then one night.
You kept on blaming it up on the flu. I might have the flu. I don't want the flu either.
No, I didn't say the flu because I've never had the flu. So I don't know what the flu feels like. So all of a sudden one night, I just remember my throat started hurting. But it went from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds.
I said, I'm out.
My throat was hurting so bad. And he just up and left me in the room by myself.
I ain't got time for that. I went to the guest bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully
none of the guests was playing with themselves in there because You know, I'm sleeping on the covers. All the covers is washed, right?
Yeah, everything's washed. Crazy. What's wrong with you?
I was thinking, I was like, is anybody was playing with themselves?
Who are we going to have in the house that's playing with themselves?
I don't have no idea.
Come on, you're absolutely disgusting.
Jesus.
But I think I'm feeling better now, thank God.
Praise the Lord.
It was, I would say, 2-3 days that were really bad?
Yes.
2-3 days. And I think when I went to the hospital, it was just like the peak of it. I said, I can't take this shit no more.
Yes.
Plus, it was fucking with my head not knowing if I had it or not. So I'm like, is it a cold? Is it a flu? I honestly think something's going on. Everybody and their mama right now has COVID.
Everybody.
Like, everybody.
They must have put something out in the air.
No,
whatever it is.
in the water and something.
Because I mean, I've been doing the same movement. I've been trying to be cautious. I mummy up when I go to the airports and stuff. I try to stay away from everybody. And it's just not possible. No,
it is wild. And I'm not even a conspiracy theory type of person. Like, I don't know. Conspiracies aren't my thing, but it really does feel that way right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things that are in the Bible saying that it's just going to take over a plague, and maybe this is it. Who knows? We got to get, deeper into the Bible, into our word, because shit don't look good out here.
Yeah.
It doesn't. But we're going to go into our Apple Podcast review of the week. Where's just the button?
Okay.
Yeah. I found it. So this one says, I truly love listening each week to start off my day, especially since y'all are relatable to my relationship. An added bonus that Carla is a Taurus just like me. Bulls.
Yikes.
Keep up the good work of having me laughing where I'm in tears. I truly love y'all. Internet fam. That was from, I can't remember. Brittany +2, I think her name was, on Apple Podcasts. If you have not yet, make sure to go to Apple Podcasts, leave a review so we can go ahead and shout you out. And this week, instead of pet peeve of the week, I actually wanted to do an appreciation shout out to you. Yeah.
What I do?
You went and got me pads today. And you've done it before.
I get it.
But when I opened the door and I said to you, I need pads, I felt so comfortable. Telling me that I need
and literally
pads.
as I'm pulling up to the Target or whatever, I'm like, this is what happens when you're in a relationship. When you're a fiance, you have to go pick up pads and not even cut an eye like you asked for ketchup. You know what I'm saying? It's bread and ketchup. That's all it is.
Wait, you asked for help?
Yes, I asked for help.
No,
As soon as I got in. As soon as I got in, I put the picture up to a lady, and she was like concerned, like, oh, okay, like. She does this all the time. Men ask for this. We know we ain't got nothing to do with it. So as soon as I put up, she's like, okay, we'll go right here to the right. And why are you touching me right now?
I needed this.
But come on. CDC. So she got me to the pads, and I just got the pads up under my arm. I got the pads up under my arm because of football. You know what I'm saying? I got a cuff like this, like it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
you weren't.
I got it.
Did you say? The first thing I wanted to ask was, did you make any type of retarded joke when you get in there, or when you went to go check out?
Nope.
Because you always do something stupid.
The joke's on me. I'm going to get the bags.
No, but thank you though for getting that, because I don't know if everybody feels like comfortable enough to tell their fiance or their significant other, "Yo, I need pads. I need you to go get them for me."
Oh, I got them. I mean, it's different. I mean, it's like
I hear you, but. Still, I just didn't know how that would work. This week, we're not going to go into the therapist couch, but I do want to let you guys know that we're going to resume therapy and letting you know as well in 2022 and weekly, because we haven't seen her.
We didn't go to therapy?
When was the last time we went to therapy?
Last time he was there.
Right, correct. And I think it was last month.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was towards the end. Right. You were in Carolina when you called her. When everything happened. So anyway, and then I had a call with her right around that time, but you didn't. So we'll resume that in therapy in 2022. But for you, if you have not done so, I want you to go ahead and go to betterhelp.com/WSS. If you have not done therapy, or if you thought about doing therapy, I actually talked to someone recently and I sent her this code. BetterHelp is a place where you go online. We do our therapy virtually and over the phone.
But you remember what our last therapy session was about?
I remember what happened that evening.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. You don't know what it was about.
I don't remember what it was about, because all I remember.
What the hell are we over here paying for? We over here don't know what the hell it's about.
Because what I remember from that, do you not remember what happened a couple hours later?
No.
Are you serious?
I must be in my own drugs.
Yes, you are. You literally are.
Right, I'm on drugs.
Okay, so we'll keep it at that.
Yeah.
And I thought about talking about it, but then anyway, go to betterhelp.com/WSS. That's where we get our therapy from. We can text her. We definitely do. We can call her usually whenever.
You know what my text say? Call Carla with a capital C, small A, two small L's, and a capital A.
What do you... Anyways, so yeah, try that out, and then we're gonna start resuming. And I really want us to do at least 3 times a month once we start back up next month.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a few topics that I saw around this, on the internet, and then we're also gonna do a little bit of a recap. But I saw something online today, and it's funny because the babysitter's here. So now every time I see stuff about babysitters, it catches my attention.
What happened to the babysitter?
There was a man in Louisiana that pretended to be disabled, and this has happened before though, and paid a babysitter to treat him like a child and change his diaper.
Amazing.
And I'm sitting here thinking, who does that, and how would you feel? Like, especially now, also because I'm paying for nurses to take care of my grandma. Are you moving because I texted you? Damn.
Just as long as it come back negative, baby, I got your back. But come on, why would you want me sick?
I don't want you sick, but I want.
Yeah.
I do want to touch you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm also paying for my grandma to be taken care of. She's in diapers, which is wild to me that my grandma's in bed the way that she is. But a grown person, that's like you pretending to have issues so a woman can come and touch your meat. And clean you up the same way you cleaned up the baby.
I mean, everybody kind of want that at the end of the day. If I don't have to, if I just go into you remember Coming to America when he first got into the pool area to his bathing area, he had a bunch of women just
him
and stuff like this. Somebody on your back and you just you just be there and close your eyes and meditate and have somebody wash you and then dry you off, and when you open your eyes you got your clothes on. Who don't want that? So this guy actually scored. He actually won. Good job, buddy, for you able to find somebody to do that to you.
Tanya said it sounds like a fetish. But if it's a fetish, then go to one of those fetish places and get it done.
For you, fam.
You don't have to sit here and trick someone into doing this for you. Like, that is sick. That's so gross.
I like it.
What?
I like this guy.
Okay. All right. Well, another thing that I saw, and I asked you if you saw it, but you always making something up. You can't ever just be serious about anything. So I saw a fight that broke out at a church. And I had seen it, but I hadn't watched it because I've been sick, so I haven't, I kind of been out of it, right? In and out of sleep. So I'm watching the video.
Marcus
apparently went in on this guy at church. But the thing is that the guy was sitting right there. It's like he was a deacon.
Yes.
He was right there in the front. And all of a sudden he just walked up to him and just started swinging with his mask
Stole
on
off
and
for him
everything.
early. Listen, he's practicing CDC, but he listen, F that. This nigga over here playing around my mama. I'm going to knock this nigga out, y'all. Only way you'll ever disrespect God if you see your mama cry. And this man made my mama cry. So this nigga went out there.
Okay, so he tells me this whole story, right? And I'm listening to him too. He's like, yo, this guy was cheating on his mom, bull. And I'm like, damn, so let me read up on it because I get it. You cheated on your mom.
You make my mama cry.
And then I was like, why couldn't you wait to the parking lot? He comes and makes up a whole nother lie talking about, because there's no other way he could find them. This is the only place he can find them.
Mama probably like, yo, he in church right now.
All right, so I read up, and that's a whole lie. That is not what happened. That is not what happened.
Then what happened?
So this in the middle of the sermon, a man in a white tee approached a man sitting down in the front row. He instantly swings on the sitting man before the other man sits up and posts up with him also. They both disappear off the camera and start fighting. Soon Bishop follows, them both interrupting his sermon and says, "Stop it, Marcus. Marcus."
All right, but
and the church live stream ends, which I'm pissed off. Who would end it? So here's what happened.
So what happened?
The bishop posted a video explaining the situation, and what happened apparently is the man in the white tee had recently gotten out of rehab and had attacked the youth pastor sitting front row. The bishop believes the man in the white tee relapsed, and that's why they admitted him back to rehab. So he was just on drugs. He was high as hell.
But he probably took him. Listen,
he probably didn't give him the $50
the youth pastor. No, the youth pastor got hit for a reason. You did something, youth pastor.
He didn't give him money.
Nah. You don't just get swung on for no reason.
No.
God working mysterious ways. You know what I'm talking about? God working mysterious ways.
So you want somebody to hit the youth pastor?
Listen, the youth pastor ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing. He act like he ready though. He stood up like he know what he's doing.
He swung to the air. Did you see the big hit that he hit? It was in the air.
That first hit was like back off because I know you got a little bit of problem. I don't want to do you dirty.
No. And he looked away.
Getting funny too.
Did you see how he walked up to him? I'm not coming to you.
This is great.
Like he was just chilling. But when I saw that, I was like, "Damn, you can't even escape."
I grew up in church. I watch.
You see, fight the church.
I grew up in church. It's my everyday. I went to church on Monday. I went to church on Tuesday. I went to church on Wednesday. I went to church on Thursday. I went to church on Friday. I went to church on Saturday, and we had to go to church on Sunday.
You did not go 7 days a week.
I went to church 7 days a week. My father's a pastor. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we was in St. Norvins in New York, in Queens. He had a church out there. And that's why I started playing the music and stuff. We had nobody piano. So
you had to go all the way to Queens?
We had to go to Queens
all the way from Linden?
All the way from Linden. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we was there. And then Tuesday, we had church service in Linden, Jersey. And then Thursday is like choir practice and everything for Sunday church. You know what I'm saying? And then on Saturday, our only day that we could sleep a little bit late, but nah.
So how did you have time to do all the shit you did? You wouldn't go to church?
What you mean?
When did you stop going to church?
No, I stopped going to church, but still going to church. Like when we know my mom had choir time, or my mom got to speak or preach, or my dad got to preach. That's when we can sneak out. We go to the bathroom. We go out in the hood and just wild out. We have fights. We go do whatever we kind of do, and then right back in there, right when it's time to put your hands up and say, you know what I'm saying, our Father, get up out of here.
You are awful.
And I'm not awful, but I always had, and that's why I always had that bass with me. It was like, I go out in the world and do something. I go right back into the Lord. I just now punched this dude, or Lord, I just now did this. Lord, please forgive me. And that's what actually kept me, because I had a place to where, regardless of what Marcus had, Marcus needed to go get that medicine, and God was my medicine. Praise the Lord for God being my medicine instead of me out here popping pills.
I didn't see any fights. I do remember maybe a few times that we left during service and we went somewhere else where we were supposed to be in at youth service. But other than that, we had. I don't know. I didn't remember. I didn't go every day. We went, I think, twice a week. Yeah. So maybe if I went 7 days a week, hell yeah, I'll be ready.
Church is our life. Church is our life. It's just. And I love it now. You see us all. The only thing I listen to is gospel music. I don't like. So it's crazy. I listen to certain songs and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this song been out here all the time.
Like a regular song.
Yeah.
Listen, I just went on See the Thing Is with Mandy, and it's a music podcast. They have a whole music segment, and every time she's like, on my way there, she was like, "Hey, so here's the outline, blah blah blah. Get a song." I said, "A song." I'm gonna give you a 1990s R&B song. Maybe I'm gonna give you I don't know, Ashanti. I'm gonna give you something else.
Every time people ask me, I'm gonna throw a gospel song at you. I don't know.
Yeah, I have straight R&B stuff, and it's all old. All this new music, I really don't know many new artists. So music is really not my thing. But we just did Christmas. This is our last episode of 2021. Literally in 2 days, it'll be 2022.
Wow.
That's freaking wild to me. But there was only one thing really that I saw that was causing buzz throughout social media and the internet, and that was kids with play kitchens. Little boys being gifted play kitchens. And I found it so stupid. And I don't think you and I ever actually talked about it or how you felt or not. But I guess I'll ask you how you feel before I say how I feel about it.
Any man just want his son to mimic him. I mean, they have chefs out there who is in the kitchen. He's not going to mind his son being in the kitchen. Me, I want my son to have a grill. I probably want my son to have tools, and if I see myself with flashlights and stuff, because soon as he can come check the whole house with me at night, that's what he's going to be doing. And I'm going to give him the tools of what direction I want him to go in, because I feel like this is the best direction for him to go into. So,
I mean, I don't think a kitchen every little girl, how it's done. Every little girl is given a kitchen. It wasn't to become a chef.
It was to become one day she's gonna be inside the household, controlling the household that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's gonna start them on their journey. If they got a mechanic,
and
your father's a mechanic, and he wants you to also be a mechanic and take over his mechanic shop, he's gonna start giving you tools early. Learn what the screwdrivers is.
But do you see anything wrong with it?
No, I don't think nothing wrong with it.
That's what they're saying.
Plenty of chefs out there who's in the kitchen. A lot of the restaurants y'all go to out here, it's not women back there. It's men back there, and they chefing.
Women are actually discriminated against in the kitchen. Like, they really don't want them, and they're great, but most of them are men. What it all stems from, I don't know if you saw the original post of the girl saying like, "Oh, that's some gay shit. I don't give my son no fucking blah blah blah." And then she was like, "I was like, what?" And the thing is that
I don't think that's gay.
Nowadays, I see where you're coming from. You wanting him to mimic you. I see it in a way that, very, very soon, Sam is already pretty advanced. I'm going to have Sam in the kitchen with me. There's nothing like a man that is self-sufficient. Huh?
King is already in the kitchen.
You know what's wrong with that? He's not.
I see him do a couple of things.
He told me he's not. No, he told me he's not allowed to. She told me the same thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I guess maybe before. So that's why I had him in the kitchen.
Probably suck. He probably like me.
No. So what I'm going to do is, here's the thing. You sit here and hold on to like, oh, I can't do it. They're probably like me. No, you choose to not want to do it. You're able to.
I'm able to do it, but I don't want to put my mind and attention to that.
Right. So that's a whole other situation. The thing is that I want to make sure our son can make himself some rice, some beans, mac and cheese, whatever he wants to do.
You can do that.
No, actually, you can. You don't know how to, but you can. You can follow direction and do it when you want to. So I want my son to be able to feed himself. I want him to be able to go to the grocery store, especially because I want him to eat healthy. So we think about our children, right? And it's like their eating habits. Their eating habits come from what we teach them. And we have to teach them how to go to the grocery store and, choose the right fruits, choose the right vegetables, and not just go to the frozen section and grab whatever, a hungry man and put that in the microwave. Like, that's not cool. I want our son to be able to cook for himself. And if he finds a woman that cooks for him, which is fine, relax. I'm cooking for him for the rest of his life.
It's a problem right now. It's your problem.
I got it. What's the problem?
Just saying you ain't paying attention to life.
What's the problem?
Let the boy go sow his royal oats.
He's 11 months.
Stick his fork in it. Joffrey, the boy's in love.
With me. We are so in love this morning when I finally went to go get him in his room. We were like blushing while looking at each other. We were just...
He wasn't tired of me going to get him every morning.
We were googly eyed. He was just like...
You know how he act when he see me in the morning?
Not like this. His eyes were bright and they were like shiny up.
I ain't gonna lie to you, because when I go get him, he looking around like around my body
like where I'm at. You ain't got no titty for him?
Yeah, what the fuck? What's this? Oh, this is a bottle. You throw sticks at me all day. Because I literally, it'd be hot, and the other day, the French toast sticks, I just grabbed them out the thing. It was hot, and I threw it. It's like, I landed on me. Both was like, oh, then I grabbed it off of it.
So you burnt my baby?
No, it landed on his shirt, but he was trying to get it too, and then it burnt his hand and burnt my hand, and I tried to grab it off him. It was hot, and I was like...
Are you trying to tell me that you... Okay.
We just have our days, you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand.
No, let me tell y'all something. Wax had one day.
I don't want to hear it.
One day with the baby. Monday, the babysitter was here until 3 o'clock. So Wax had him until 5. 2 hours. Tuesday, babysitter was here. He had him for 2 hours. Yesterday, no babysitter. Wax was with the baby all day. And when I tell y'all, it sounded like there were 15 horses. The child was crying for 2 hours.
He's not crying.
He was crying nonstop. The baby did not change his clothes for 2 days.
Me neither.
Okay. The baby was in the same clothes for 2 days.
I changed his pamper. That's what I'm saying. I changed my drawers, changed his pamper. Yo, I smelled it. Boom. Throw these back on, bro. Me too.
I cannot. And all his onesies were wide open. It was a disaster upstairs.
He needed to be all jumped up.
When I came up, he was just so happy. And then let me tell you, it was 7:50.
We
were watching TV, and since he had spent all day with the baby, at 7:50, Wax was asleep on the couch. He hadn't gotten none. All I hear is, "Oh, this nigga's on drugs."
So I'm different. Like, I know kids. I've been around kids for a long time. Sham is a different guy.
What do you mean?
He's just totally different.
Different how?
He's going to get it. He's like, he have my drive.
That is mine.
Well, then that's why it's fucked up. Because this is, wow. This guy's, the way he touched me, see? Drive. Sam is just different.
No, so here's the thing. Sam looks way older than what he is. And with his eyes and the way he pays attention to you, it seems like he's comprehending a lot more than
he
11 months.
He knows everything.
Here's the thing. He gets it for a second, but then it goes away like it does for babies. Babies don't, they don't retain the information like that. So he's talking to him like a 5-year-old, and I'm like,
I know what I'm dealing with.
And here's the thing: we got into this huge fight because he was teaching him to throw the dogs treats downstairs.
I still do it.
Shut up! I'm telling a story, and we got into this big fight. I'm like, no, because I'm here all day, and he can't differentiate from throwing snacks because it's fun downstairs. They're throwing everything in the house down the fucking banister. Everything. So since he's not home, since he's not home and he's always at work, he don't give a fuck. So he's like, oh, fuck you, boo. And I'm like, all right, like, it's fucked up because I'm the one having to go downstairs every 2 fucking seconds, right? So he's like, now he had to spend a couple days with the motherfucker upstairs, and all you hear is like, stop that shit. What the fuck? Stop that shit. This nigga's a half a retard.
Yo, this nigga is different. When I say everything goes.
You taught him that. Why would you teach him
I'm taking my son to throw. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a great pitcher. He's going to be a great quarterback. Because he got an arm to him. He picks up things that ain't supposed to be picked up by 11-month-old or 10-month-old or 9-month-old. This guy was. He was just picking things up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, unbelievable. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hold on.
I know he's going to be very strong. Well, he is very strong already. And when I say everything, if I put my slippers down, my slippers going, my Timbs going, he could pick my Timbs up and throw them over. He got everything on the lights on the Christmas tree, everything, all the ornaments, everything was down there. All his toys, his new balls.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Ask me again.
Hello?
No, I can't hear you. I hear you, but I can't hear you.
On here?
Yeah, I hear you there.
So it works?
I don't know.
Hello? Oh, yeah, you can hear me.
I can hear you. That's what I
said. I had to switch the mic. My bad, y'all. But he throws everything. So now he understands my opinion. It's like, hey,
I understand it, but we still like to throw the thing. Listen, if he already going to throw everything, then why are you taking my time with him to throw it?
What I'm trying to tell you is he wasn't doing that until you taught him. He wasn't. He would literally not do it. He wasn't doing it. So sometimes just take a little, when it comes to the baby, that little
so
baby.
So you telling me right now, if I had not did it that day, he wouldn't be throwing it down?
Promise you he would not.
Hold on, excuse me, young lady. So you tell me if I did not did it that day, right there when you told me I had to do it that day,
no,
he would not have been throwing nothing else?
So the first time you did it, I was like, don't do it again. And you kept doing it. And that day I said, stop doing it. All you're doing is reinforcing this.
He already been a monster with it.
No, you taught him how
when I'm with him out there chilling, whatever he grabs is going over the banister.
You taught him that. I had him trained not to.
You had him trained not to.
So.
And you would have more. I just come and just bow one time.
Yes, you did. Because he thought it was so much fun and you allowed it. So you being his dad, he's like, oh, it's okay. This is what we're supposed to do. Yes, he said yes. Let's just keep throwing.
How is that more fun than anything else?
We're moving on because you're really annoying me now. Let's talk about New Year's Eve plans.
Yes.
New Year's Eve, are you excited?
New Year's Eve.
We're going to sleep.
Yeah, those are our plans. My thing is, as long as I'm with you and I get to, enjoy time, I would love to be under some stars and praying it out and praying it in. That's what I do.
We could do it out. I mean, we have outside. It's gonna be cold as hell. We can be outside.
Yeah. Put a fire. I would love to. I usually shoot it off. Shoot a gun. Shoot the New Year's in. Shoot the New Year's out while I'm praying, and with a fire lit. So if we could find a fire, we could put a fire there. And why is the hours and stuff is going to 11:59 to 12:01. A fire need to be lit. We need to be praying, and I usually shoot the gun.
Okay. So as time gets old, as we get older, time passes. New Year's Eve is a time to stay home and stay safe. I don't know if it's we're I'm an auntie by this time. We're older. We're damn near. You're damn near 40. I'm still in my early 30s. I'm a young one, young tenderoni.
Praise the Lord.
But we're getting older, and I remember just before being out working on New Year's Eve or hanging out with friends or a bunch of people at the house for a party. And now I'm just like the thought of that. No, and it doesn't even have to do with COVID. It's just I'm tired. Can you imagine? New Year's Eve is at 11:59. Which is midnight. That means that you got to get dressed. And if I get dressed and we start partying and drinking by, 5 o'clock, I'm not making it to midnight. Then I want to make it to midnight.
If you still doing that, you thorough.
Literally. And if I'm trying to stay up at 12, that means I have to get ready and get cute by like 9 o'clock. I'm tired by that point. So I don't know. I did think about trying to get kind of cute, but maybe we can just like get pajama cute for New Year's Eve.
That's what I'm saying. You control this one.
Let's just get pajama cute.
I already see the direction you're going in, and I'm down with you, nigga.
What do you mean?
I see the direction you're going in, man. Or we gonna end up at a cabin or something like that. I don't know.
I know, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do that for New Year's Eve. We're gonna go after.
Even after, man.
But we do have plans to. Well, actually, give me anything for Christmas. So I want to go to a cabin. So that's.
I got something.
No, you didn't. It's okay. That's not Christmas.
I don't want to hear it just because of the day.
Yes, it's the whole fucking point.
I don't want to hear that.
It is. It's Christmas. You could have got me a card.
I got something better than a card, though.
I wanted a card on Christmas. It's okay though. So I want to go to a cabin.
It wasn't like that. I don't understand.
Okay.
I bet she'd be very, very appreciative. I don't want to hear nothing.
Anyways.
Remember this.
Remember what?
With the timestamp.
Remember what?
Timestamp.
Timestamp for what?
I don't want to hear it.
Anywho, I want to go to a cabin, and I figured a great time to go to a cabin since he's off work and I work from home is going right after the holidays. So this is a quick tip. If you like to save money, go on vacation when everybody goes back to work. If you're able to, like if you can take PTO, if you have a job, pay time off, do it during the week right after New Year's. Everything is way cheaper and available. So all the cabins that aren't available and have been booked forever, the week of the 3rd, they're available and open. So that's where I want to go. And I'm hoping that we can find a really dope spot that we can go to and just spend a couple days there with the baby, him and I.
The dogs.
The dogs. We're looking for friendly places that we can bring at least one of the dogs. And then, I don't know, it would just be a time to kind of disconnect and be there and just hang out. Just us. Yeah,
that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Our life is always just go, go, go. Regardless of what, you work home, but your mind is always going. You're not resting. There's a difference between sleeping and resting.
Even with COVID, I didn't rest.
Yeah, it's just like your mind always going. My mind always go. I want to go somewhere to like, it's just us, nature. The phones really don't work like that. I got the fish right here. Just in case we can't go to the store or anything. We can get food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to be like, surviving out here on this land, just the land. I don't want to hear about stores. I don't want to hear about people. Like, I want to just like, we got to eat worms, baby. You know what I'm saying? I want to naked and afraid this shit.
Yeah, so about that, I don't know who he's going to that cabin with to eat worms with, but it ain't going to be me. We got worms right here. We can take these
baby,
worms.
I don't know, guys. Listen,
worms.
I don't know. I'm just going to prepare the food whatever way that you want to eat too. Like, you'll see. Like the fishing stuff that I'm gonna do, that's why I want to get the lake. I'm gonna make sure I'm a fisherman, so I'm gonna make sure we eat.
Okay. I know.
I'm gonna go out there and hunt, and I might come back with a buffalo or something around my neck or something. You know
There's one thing I always know that I'll never go hungry with you, and I'll never not have a roof over my head. So if at any point, like
eat, sleep, and shit, ESS.
I don't know about sleep. You don't let me sleep, but eat. And shit, yes. By shit, we mean there's a roof over our heads. And before we wrap up and go to the questions, because the babysitter is leaving in a few, I did want to... You don't watch Insecure? But Insecure just finished, so a little bit of a spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet. And it's only one thing, but it's a big one. And it's a little toxic, but not. And it's Issa and Lawrence got back together. Do you remember? You watched Insecure with me for a while.
Yeah.
Remember they had broke up? and she had gotten somebody else, and it's like it seemed like they were going to get back together.
The TSA guy.
That was like season 1. Yeah. Why can't you get that out of your mind?
I don't know.
Every time we talk about
TSA
Issa,
motherfuckers is like wildin', bro.
So now you think about this fat naked TSA guy all the time.
I'm not thinking about the guy. It was just like they're shaking the bed, and she was like, he's putting the TSA. I'm like, these motherfuckers, nigga. Y'all need to be fucking with these women, not me.
Did you talk about being molested by TSA?
Yes, I did.
No, we haven't recorded.
Oh.
So I think you talked about another one of his shows, so you could probably hear it. But Wax definitely got molested at TSA.
I mean, it's not. It's a thing.
He touched his meat.
He didn't touch my meat.
He touched your meat. No, he didn't touch it like that, but he touched it, and he made him go into lunge positions, like. Told him to cough while he held his balls and everything at TSA. No, he didn't? He
ain't make me fucking cough on my balls and nothing like that. What the hell are you talking about? No, I just think that was inappropriate.
And he could have put a complaint, and he feels scared to put a complaint in. And I'm
like, why would I put a complaint in and I'm going to the no-fly zone?
You're not gonna go into a no-fly list. Because they have cameras. They had video. You could have reported him.
So even if I did, now when I'm going through investigation, I still get held off the list.
No, you won't.
I ain't got no... Listen.
No, you wouldn't. And your sister told you
wouldn't.
If
they boycott me and they go through all these type of TSA and shit like that, I don't know. I just don't want to... I don't want no problem. Just leave me alone.
Oh my God, sing the song.
What?
The song you were singing, the song. Sing it.
I don't know how.
It's like, leave me alone.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Sing it.
Michael Jackson had all these white women that was chasing him after the clubs.
And what did he say?
Leave me alone.
Sing it.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I was recording downstairs, and all of a sudden, without knowing, he's singing upstairs, "Leave me alone" to Psalm.
Psalm is a whole way. It's like, yo, listen, you play a game, I'm thinking he gonna be tired. He just gets up and look at me, and I'm like, okay, I'll bring him all the way to the side of the house in the corner. I'm gonna put a couple obstacles in front of him. So I'm gonna run to the bathroom, puff a couple of times, close the door, and then he should be finally coming up. No.
Then it goes right behind you.
This nigga right here behind me. As I'm putting obstacles, he's going around the obstacles. What you doing? What you doing? So I try to run. I run on that side. Nigga, what? Like, yo, Brian, what are you doing? So we was hearing, like you say, you heard train tracks and stuff upstairs. That was just me trying to get a couple of puffs.
You guys were insane up there.
He was running too.
God, I couldn't do it. I was just like, there's no rest for me. So I got no rest during COVID. But anyways, I'm just really excited that Lawrence and Issa got back together. A little toxic on my part, if I think. But then it also reminds me that something is for you.
She was smashing the TSA guy. How do you get back with her?
Well, he had a whole baby on her. He had a whole baby, and they both had relationships. He moved, and he moved back. And the thing is that basically what it goes to show,
you can kiss that many people.
The show takes place within years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. So it's like years later, they get back together. So basically, it's just showing that if something's for you, it's gonna be there. So I know some people get really upset, like, "Oh my God, I'm going through a breakup," and it's like, just let it happen. Whatever happens, whatever is supposed to happen will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying in this situation, but like anything else, like if there's an argument or if there's something good happening, whatever it is, just let it happen. And this is really me talking to myself because I don't let things happen. I feel like I have to take control and I get anxious and I freak out. Shut up. I'm literally trying to tell myself something here, okay? I'm just saying on the microphone that way I can hear myself later.
Please. Because you don't listen to me, so hopefully you listen to yourself.
It's just let shit just go with the flow. Boy, I am not good at going with the flow, but I'm really
I'm about to say, who are you talking to?
Myself.
You need to record this another time.
It's recording, so I can hear it later.
Jeez, thank you, Lord. Is she talking to herself, Lord?
I'm talking to myself.
I think it's the Who's Wax Gummies is going down.
You know what? Technically, I'm just taking a whole one. I took a half of the watermelon and a half of the worm. It's going to be a good day. Nothing's going to get done. Let's go into at least one of our listener questions before she gets out of here. This one, do you want to talk about one? Is a husband or wife and a husband kind of feuding with the mama? Or...
Shit, with the mamas?
With the mom's mom, yeah. The mom, she did some fucked up shit. Okay, let's read that one, actually. Yeah. That was kind of different. So, if you have a question or a letter to send to us to get our advice, email us at whatevershesaidspodcast@gmail.com. So, this one says, My husband and I currently have a 6-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl. And I'm currently pregnant with our son. Nice. I met my husband with Christian, was 2 years old. It's a little boy. And Anna was 1, and their birth mom signed all their rights when Anna was born and passed away after drug addiction. I was able to meet the children when we got serious. It was much easier for me to join the family since the kids were so young, and the change was easier. And we eloped, and we knew we wanted to spend the rest of our lives together. Are you following me, babe?
Yeah.
I've always been quote unquote mom to Christian and Anna. And being their mother and hearing their little voices call me mama is one of the greatest pleasures of my life. I am in the process of adopting them just so that I have more rights in an emergency and won't lose them in case something happens to my husband. We hosted Thanksgiving this year with my parents and siblings since I am pregnant and it would be a lot to travel with 2 young kids. We thought it would be good bonding opportunity for the kids since my family live across the country. To summarize, my mom ended up announcing that she was excited to be a grandma for the first time because being a step grandma is not the same. Oh. She told Christian that I would always love my future younger son more. Anna was thankfully not there when this was said. Christian is 6 years old at this point. My little boy was heartbroken and I got really angry at my mother. I reassured my son that I love him, will always love him, and that I love him, his sister, his future brother, and his dad, and most in the world, and nothing will ever make my love for them. Well, okay, you told him what you love him. I told my mom that she needs to stay in a hotel, and my dad went with her. My siblings told me that they understand my actions and would be angry if anyone hurt their kids, but they tried to explain to my mom. They tried to explain my mom's side. We have older half siblings from our dad and our mom. We love very much, but they ended up cutting us off because their mom made up a lot of things about us.
Because it's happened before.
Huh?
So she just going the grandma. Are you finished?
It says my son is still affected. We're working at an age appropriate therapist for him. My husband is being really strong during this because I'm struggling really bad and is being an incredible husband. I don't know if I should give my mom another chance because Christian is still young and work with her through her feelings, or if I should stop contacting her. I need help deciding what to do and move forward with my mother and my family.
The mom is going off the PTSD shit. You know what I'm saying? She's just like a lot of people who don't like to say things in the household and family is usually the older ones. You know what I'm saying? And she just saying what everybody's feeling. She feels the energy in the rooms like, whoa, I finally get to, have a thing. But regardless if it is, if not, she's wrong. Hopefully she could put that into her journal. They found it when she passed away or anything like that.
What do you mean? Who passed away?
If the grandma passed away, if she passed away, like she should have wrote it in her journal and they would have found it when she passed away.
Oh, instead of saying it out loud?
Yeah, instead of saying it out loud, like, grandma, if that's the way you felt, you could have, like,
journaled that shit, not talked about it.
Yeah, because you hurt people's feelings, especially the kids. Like,
baby, like that's the only grandma he knows, right?
Getting accepted is huge, especially for a kid.
And his mom is not like she can go to another mom or another grandma. Like, mom died of an overdose, gave away his rights. Like, the mom is not there anymore. So it's like,
so that's his mom. That's his father.
That's his mom.
You're my grandma.
You
don't ever say that. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like, since you were 2 years old, that's the only grandma you know.
Mine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's super, super hurtful. I can't imagine that. I mean, I wasn't a blended household growing up, but it never felt like it. I can't speak to, my sibling and how they felt, but I felt like, my mom and my dad were both, all of our mom and dad,
Yeah.
It didn't make any difference to me, but I know that does make, it make things a little touchy, and maybe sometimes people feel like my dad used to say, his grandkids, the only real grandkids are the ones from daughters. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because it's mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. Is
that what it is in English?
Yeah, that's what it means. That
is so fucked up.
It's the truth.
But at the end of the day, I'm the only one, because my sister doesn't have any kids, so I'm the only girl that he had that had a baby, because he didn't get to meet some, so it was Ayana, and I could see how different my dad would treat him, but it does make sense because usually the grandkids they're usually closer to the mother's side than the father's side.
Mine both. Yeah, we keep it both. It all depends on it. Yeah.
But usually the mom side is just closer because their baby's always with the mom. So it's like they have their family always coming over and helping.
It's supposed to be together. It's supposed to be family. It's supposed to collide together.
What, you mean both sides?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it does. And I love that your sisters, like, call and come by. Like, when Selena came and stuff, I like the fact that they come.
That's how it's supposed to be. The family's supposed to come together. You're attached to the family now. You're part of the tribe. I mean, a lot of times,
it's a big one.
Yeah, a lot of times, certain tribes are bigger, and everybody usually come over to there. But it's supposed to go back and forth. With other a lot of times, other families ain't got shit going on, or they going through their problems. We ain't got time for that shit. But if we healthy over here and we trying to grow, and you see a family, this with you, the stronger one, you try to help build that too. Anything you can do to help, you know what I'm saying? That's what you do because you're part of the family now too.
To answer her question, I don't think you should cut your mother off because of that necessarily, but there has to be a very, very, very strong conversation with her. She needs to do some serious bonding with that little boy because the scarring that she can cause to that boy not feeling like he belongs. Yeah. Like we've been watching Dexter. And it's like having that feeling of not belonging somewhere is wild. I experienced that growing up because my parents put me in like damn near all white school, when we first moved here to the US. So it's like I was too black for them. Then when I would go back,
you wasn't born here?
I got time for you. I was too black to be there, and then when I would go to like for the black kids, I wasn't black enough. And then I would go back years later to Puerto Rico, and then I wasn't Spanish enough because I was like, oh, now you're a gringa or whatever. So it's like I never belonged with the whites. I didn't belong with the Hispanics. I didn't belong with the blacks. It's like, where the fuck do I go?
Well, wax.
Thank God we're here.
Yeah, imagine you being with somebody else. That's what you get. Let me stupid as hell.
If you kissing somebody else,
corny.
That'd be so stupid.
Why?
I wish I could. I wish you would.
That'd be dumb as hell.
You ever kissed somebody before?
If I did, I would remember.
I don't remember either. You kissed somebody before? While you were sleeping?
No, I'm just saying. If it happened,
I ain't never kissed somebody before.
They must have been sneaking around me or something because I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I never kissed nobody in my life.
Good.
It's disgusting.
Or
what? So, anyways, just have the conversation. It's hard to not feel not belonging. We really screw up our kids. Our parents screwed us up in so many ways. We, not intentionally, but screw up our kids as well. That's why therapy is so important, and reading and just intentionally trying to get better as parents is a thing. I want to change, parenting to Psalm different than what I did with Ayana and what my parents did with us. I don't know if there's anything that you have done with King that you're like, maybe I
just need to make sure he can always have contact with me, and anytime you need to call, and you do. King call anytime you want to.
Is there anything like discipline or racing wise, and you're saying, maybe I want to do some things different with Psalm?
Be there. Be able to be there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know, but once you're there, it's like, is there anything you want to do? You know what? I want to intentionally do this with my son, so this will be different in the future.
Always still try to stay as hard as I can on him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to make him...
So is there anything you want to change? And do different with Psalm is my question. Different.
Probably not nothing different. I mean, raise him up, doing push-ups and just being strong and, being one of the warriors and his position in life that I know he's going to be a protector and provider and show him how to run away from all these women that's going to be after him.
Ain't no women going to be after him. Stop it.
I'm trying to tell you.
Stop it.
We got this one.
What was the Proverbs I sent you? And okay, we're going to go into the Proverbs. What was it? I sent you Proverbs 21 or 22?
Let me lie to you.
I texted to you. Oh, you didn't read it? When I sent it to you? Are you serious? I sent it to you. It was 21. I still have it open. So Proverbs 21, I don't know why it came to me maybe a night or two ago. And I was reading it. Oh, it was a verse of the day on the Bible app that I read in the mornings.
I appreciate that. If I can get more daily breads, I appreciate that.
So
I appreciate that.
It was the daily verse. So I went ahead and opened up the whole Bible book of Proverbs, but I opened up 21. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of things on here, but I highlighted two of them. One of them was Proverbs 21. It says, the plans of hardworking people.
Is this the pastor word?
Actually, yeah, she just texted me. I was like, dang, I guess we should go do the transition, huh? Okay, let me explain to this. He'll be fine upstairs in the playpen for like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, but we can go ahead and do the pass the word.
You want to do the pass the word?
Get up out of here.
All right, so let's go into pass the word.
Yes. Hallelujah. Wow. I didn't even realize that all this time they saying hallelujah and how powerful hallelujah is. Hallelujah. Wow.
So this is a segment that we do here on Whatever She Says. It's called Pass the Word with Wax. So we'll read a Bible verse and he'll kind of break it down and give us some information on it that he feels.
God be the glory.
So there are two today. It's Proverbs 21:5 and Proverbs 21:25. So this is the two that I just happen to have highlighted. And one of them was, the plans of hardworking people earn a profit, but those who act too quickly become poor. Do you want to go? Do you want the other one?
Yes. Give me both of them.
And the other one is, lazy people's desire for sleep will kill them because they refuse to work. But then the first one, again, is the plans of hardworking people earn a profit, but those who act too quickly become poor.
Yes. A lot of times people... all our problem is we try to, when they say, tell God your plans so he can laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Our plans ain't God plans. And once we know how to line it up and understand that God talks to us through our heart, we'll understand where it is. And a lot of people in the wrong position. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to go to Florida because apples ain't going to grow too well in Jersey. You see what I'm saying?
Actually, the apples grow here.
I'm just saying, in certain seasons, if you let me finish it up, I got your back. I never interrupted you. I got your back. Yeah, you're touching me again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's like a certain season, you're not going to grow your apples in Jersey, when it's about to be cold time because it's not going to be really good. So, everybody is a seed, and you got to find out where you're supposed to be at in life so you can grow. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't even know where they're supposed to be at. They'd be stuck and stagnant and wonder why their leaves is falling off, and they wonder why they can't grow in certain places because you might not need to be in New York. You might not need to be in Jersey. You might not go into your word and reading your GPS to where God can sit there and, guide you in your God can guide you in your journey. And that's what you need to really get into your word. So give me the second one since you just Lord have mercy in Jesus' name.
I apologize. Lazy people's desire for sleep will kill them because they refuse to work. All day long, they wish for more, but good people give without holding back.
Tell me that again.
Lazy people's desire for sleep will kill them because they refuse to work.
Faith without works is dead. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing lazy people. They just giving up. You give up, you gotta give up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show forth like the things that God gave to you, man. If you don't use it, you gonna lose it. There's another thing I always hear. People don't understand. It's like, God gave you that voice, but you don't want to use it. You're gonna be lazy. God, He didn't give you that voice for no reason. You know what I'm saying? God ain't have to give you that athletic ability for no reason, for you to be sitting at the house and you being the best one, but you just want to be lazy because you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, stop. You're always supposed to deny self, but you're always supposed to go after your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, God talks to us through our heart, and find out the best thing for you. You know when it's the heart of God or the devil, and stop going the other way. Go the way your heart desires, man. You're just not doing it because you don't want to see this person. You don't want to do this. You want to do that. They ain't got nothing to do with you. You go do exactly what you're supposed to do. Stop being lazy. Go put that hard work in so God can definitely bless you. When you put that hard work in because God gave you that gift, there's a reason why you're there. When you're there and that right person see you, that's attached to your blessings. He gave you that, so your blessings is there. But if you ain't going there because you're being lazy, because you ain't going after your gift, the thing that he gave you, you're going to lose out on that. And you wonder why, nobody do nothing for me. Look at you. You sitting in the house, ain't doing nothing.
That made me think of excuses. People make so many excuses. Oh, this market is saturated. Or, oh, like you said, this person is there and I don't want to see them. Or this other person's doing it. I don't want to do that because they are. And you're missing your blessing and you're not going towards your purpose. And then the first thing I thought about when I read that again to you, it was lazy people's desire for sleep will kill them. I'm sure maybe some people will think kill, like die 6 feet under. But you're dead when you're home or you're working at a job or you're doing something that you hate. you're already dead at that point in time. I was there. So it's like, if you're so lazy that you don't want to put in the work to build something else, you're going to die where you are. Literally, you're just every day a routine, get dressed, the same uniform on. You already
dead if you don't die.
Yeah, and then again, I just feel like I always have to say this when I say, you know, when you're at your job and working 9 to 5. Some people love their job. They love waking up and putting on that uniform and going to work. So you are not the person I'm speaking to. I'm talking to, and you know who you are, when you wake up and you put on that uniform, or you go back to that relationship, or you're doing whatever it is, and you know in your heart you don't belong there. But God has put in every single one of us, you know, a gift of some sort. Use it. Find it. Right now, you might not know exactly what that is or how to do it, but start doing the work to get it, and it won't happen overnight. You're gonna have to pray. You're gonna have to meditate. You're gonna have to journal through it, and it'll come to you. Once it comes, oh my God, you really do feel it. Yeah, man, it's a feeling.
Even when I just now start back working out, but the first couple of days, it was like, why didn't I work out? Why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing this? It's like I couldn't wait to wake up the next morning just to really go ahead and do it. Like, it's in my mind and my heart, and I know I want to do it. Like, why didn't I just do it? Mm-hmm. Like, shut up right now, start doing your push-ups right now. Shut up right now and grab that book. Shut up right now and go on the computer and look up exactly what you're supposed to go look up to try to start your dream. You got that dream in your head. You keep telling everybody about it. You're like, oh, I want to do this. I'm going to start doing this. Or I was thinking about doing this. You ain't look up nothing on Google. You ain't look up none of this stuff that you're supposed to do. God put that in your heart, and you going so hard towards it. You keep talking about it. Stop being lazy. The information is right here. You'd be surprised that
so much.
How I created all this stuff that you see me create on my show, my companies and stuff. I went on Google and I've been on YouTube looking at the airsoft companies and stuff like that. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I built an entire business from putting hours and hours of Google, you know, and Googling and then trial and error. You're going to fail. Yeah. You're going to mess up.
It's all a part of it.
It's all a part of it. Just like right now,
that tough skin, man, to get hit.
Right, and sometimes things are going to cost you two things: either time or money. Mm-hmm. That's it. So when I built my business, it cost me a lot of time. Now where I am, I want to learn certain things. I'm not spending that much time anymore. Now I pay to someone that can teach me or do it for me. So you choose which one you want to spend, and if it's time and you have the time, do it. If it's money, then it's money. We do have to wrap up and get out of here, though, baby. So you have any last words you want to say on that one?
You know, God be the glory. Everything that you do, you know, put God first in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Every time you fear is not of Him. So do not let that fear set in. All that negativity is not of God. Don't let it set in. Do not let it. If a lot of these times, if I know all of the pros and cons of all my companies that I'm doing and all the things that I'm doing, I will never get the pro out of it. Right. Everything gonna have a pro or con. If I sit there and tell you like, yo, Carla, me and you gonna go through this, and is the only people only tell us our cons, will we do it?
Probably not.
Yeah, but there's so many pros that I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? So don't even go into anything. Just if it's your heart desire, God got that person right there in the road for you. You got the gas stations, you got the malls, you got the clothing stores, you got the food places, you got all the hotels and stuff that you need to go to eat, sleep, and go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? God got you. So you put Him first here and make sure that you don't catch COVID, even when somebody comes next to you who has it. And I praise God, and I'm praying this whole episode that I don't catch anything. And in Jesus' name, amen. Hallelujah. Jesus.
You gonna be okay, baby. Wait, it's not even over. Right. You trying to run out the room?
Yes.
No.
I have no more
Before we get out of here, we're going to try to commit to recording every Monday so we can have it released by Wednesday. So we're really, fingers crossed, Wax will stick to it and you will do it.
We apologize about that too. There's a lot been going on, not enough been going on all at the same time. You know that? If you are not dying daily, you're not alive. So if that makes any sense, if you're not dead, you're dead. If you don't die, you're dead. You know
okay, well, the point was that we're going to record and try to come back every single week with more content for you guys from whatever she says. Please go ahead and share on social media. We're going to try to get as much information out there for you guys and just have fun and shoot the shits with you every single week. Don't forget to go to whoswax.com. That's /WS. What am I talking about? Who'swax.com. You can use the promo code WSS and get 10% off.
And don't forget, I got my live show February 5th.
Yes.
We have to get these tickets sold. If they're not already sold, go over and go to Eventbrite. And, get the tickets, man. We're going to be out there. We got
Go to Eventbrite and then what?
Go to Bully and the Beast.
So search Bully and the Beast?
Search Bully and the Beast, and you'll be able to go there and click there and get your tickets, man. Go get the $45 one so y'all go ahead and chill with us. It's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a bunch of people out there. Of course, the Who's Wax Gummies gonna be out there. I'm
crashing with like 10 bitches.
Yikes.
I'm flying all my bitches in town. We're pulling up to his live show.
Yikes. All right, so you know what that means, fellas. Hopefully they single. But for real, I'm gonna give out the tickets for my Who's Wax Airsoft. Go there too. Go get your tickets. Any podcasts out there, man? This right here is really great for marketing and cross promotion. It could be out there. I don't care if you battle rappers. I don't care if you're artists out there. I don't care if you podcast wars, barbershops, anything that you have that you feel like you want cross promotion. This right here is definitely a great platform for you to be able to get on and get your numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all, they got some skimmy numbers. You know what I'm saying? So we put you with somebody out there that got other numbers, cross promote, get these numbers up, and everybody win. Holla at us.
Alrighty, so we'll see you guys next week. We can record it from the cabin.
I'm down.
Oh, that'd be cool. You might record from the cabin. See y'all from the cabin. Goodbye.
Peace.
Wax.
What you talking about now?
Look at yourself.
Get me out of here. Yeah. These niggas start fighting against each other.